I think we back, guys. Y'all let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, but I think it's back.
Yeah, it's back. I'm looking at it. Looks like you back.
Looks like it. Hold on, let's make sure here. I'm gonna check it on my side.
I can hear. I'm looking at the.
Well, it's not back.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the. Says stream ended 10 seconds ago.
Yeah. I see it now. Yeah.
Okay.
It's back now.
It started another one.
It
started another one. I didn't want it to do that, but hold on. I don't know why it went down, man. I guess something happened. But you guys are probably seeing me now. We about to keep it going. It looks like we're gonna end up having 2 streams. So there you have it. But all right, guys, I think we're back for the most part. It went down for a second. And I see you guys are saying we back, but it looks like it totally changed the stream key and all of that. So it's a totally different link. So I apologize for that. So I'll pick up where I left off. Dang, man, the point I wanted to make, the people are not in here. But let me just say it anyway, because some of you guys are probably going to catch it on the rebound, and you'll go to the next stream or whatever. Here's the thing. I see people in the chat saying people don't want to admit that they were wrong about Mason Rudolph and, blah, 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 blah. This is the thing I never understand, fellas. How does it benefit any of us? How does it benefit me to protect a player or, try to get my narrative to be right? It doesn't matter. I don't care who playing quarterback. I'm not going to care when Ben retires for the fact of him retiring. I'm going to care that, dang, now we got to find a new quarterback. But I don't care. Like, why should it matter to us whether Mason Rudolph is the guy or not? Like, none of us can say that well, at least I know the 3 of us don't feel this way, but we don't care who we right or wrong on. NFL scouts get it wrong. Why should we care? Mm-hmm. So little comments like that cracks me up. Like, man, y'all just don't want to admit. Huh? I don't get it. Some of y'all are crazy, man. And let me tell you something. Ain't none of us been right 100% of the time about any player on the Pittsburgh Steelers. You can say what you want. Nope. None of us have.
Nope.
I just don't get that mentality, man. But
nope.
Anyway, man, let's get back to the callers, man. We'll answer some more calls here since the stream went haywire on us. Next up, we have area code 412. What you got for us, man?
First time caller. I was wondering about you guys' thoughts on with Doug. Doug getting in the game about Paxton Lynch pretty much, because right now it seems like it's not an audition, but if Doug don't get the job done, we know what Mason can do. Since we got Paxton here, can we see what he can? If Doug did not pan out, instead of putting Mason back in, just see what the 6'7" quarterback can get in there and do. I think I heard one of your boys that's on the line say earlier that it's not like they learning the playbook, so he don't get the same thing as Doug as far as the amount of plays. They don't got to learn the whole playbook. They just got to pretty much not mess up, keep it afloat, and make a couple plays here and there and whatnot. So, first time caller, love listening to your show. Just let me know what you think about that.
Hey, man, definitely appreciate the call with a 412 area code. And lets me assume that he's in or near the Pittsburgh area, so I always love that. And I definitely love first-time callers. I'll be really brief. At this point, I haven't seen enough to really get an opinion on Duck. Need to see a little more. But I will say, and I think I said it a little earlier in case you weren't already listening, at this point, Duck seems like he's going to give us the best chance. He's probably going to make some mistakes, but he seems to be more confident. He will sling it, and that's what we need. I'm not going to sit here and say, I can't say already that he's better than Mason Rudolph. I can't say that. Some of y'all can say that if y'all want. I'm sorry. I just haven't. I cannot sit and say that he is a absolutely better quarterback. Time will tell. I hope he is. I'm not married to Mason Rudolph. The only Mason that I have a connection to is the little boy upstairs. That's the only one I care about. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm not married to Mason Rudolph at all. So I hope Duck is better. I hope Duck go on a run, and I mean this dude ball out the next 5 games. Would make me ecstatic. But I don't want to hear, see, I told y'all. Nah, come on, man. Listen, I'm just saying I can't see it yet. Now, if some of you guys have better insight, great. I applaud you for being early. But that's all I got on that, man. Let's move on and get a few more of these calls. And actually, you know what? We'll do it like this, man. So we can kind of keep the rotation going. Kenyon, you take the response of the next caller. And then, Tony, we'll take one more call after that. You take the response there. So that way we don't, all of us not going at the same time. So area code 505. What you got for us?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, cool. All right. So I just want to say I totally disagree with what you said by saying that we can't beat Baltimore because, number one, it's a divisional matchup. It's the AFC North. Nobody knows Baltimore more than we do. And, of course, any given Sunday. Like, I know that the Ravens are playing hot right now, but I do remember some years. I don't know. I forgot what year this was, but what's the quarterback's name? Charlie Batch, I believe. That was when the Ravens were like 10-2 or something like that. Backup quarterback there, and we beat him. So, like, I was a little bit – I mean, like, I wasn't mad because, like, I'll be dumb to be mad about something like that, but I was a little taken back when you said that we have no chance against Baltimore. I think that we totally do.
So before you go, because I want to hear your live response, and then Kenyon will reply further after the call. Let me ask you this question: how many points do you expect the Ravens to score per game the rest of the season?
Per game? Let's go 30.
Do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers can score 24 points at this point? Like, have an honest opinion. Don't say what could happen. Your honest gut opinion. Do you think we score 24 points in any of these next 5 games?
No, but I think that our defense is good enough to have us in the game and for us to win it at the end. I think that we can slow down Lamar Jackson. And it's also a divisional matchup. Those are funny. Did you think that the Browns were going to go in there and beat Baltimore like that earlier in the season?
Well, they got a run game. They got OBJ. They got Landry. They had a tight end at the time. They have good defense. They might do it to us. I'm just being realistic.
For the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's just what I say. Like, I know that I might sound kind of crazy, but like I just have that kind of faith in the team.
No, I got you. Yeah.
I think that in our offense, like I know that it's god awful right now. Like it is trash.
Yeah.
Juju, like, even though like he hasn't really done much overall this season, but it's not all his fault. No Ben Roethlisberger, new guy in the equation, new quarterback has gone hard to adjust to, but I just think that we have a chance. I'm not saying that we are going to beat the Ravens. I just don't think that they're going to blow us out or that we have no chance.
Well, yeah, man, I definitely appreciate the call. Definitely appreciate the enthusiasm as well. And I'm just messing around. We don't know. Maybe we blow them out. I'm just, I just had to ask that question, man, because even when in the game we did play with them, the score ended up being 26-23. We still didn't score 24. But what you think, Kenyon?
Look, Sim made the point that's very right on point, is that do you think you can score 30 points? Do you think our offense can score 30 points? No. but I think our defense can score one touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So I think our offense can score. I think our offense can score 17 points consistently. I'm saying that, but I'm being very realistic. I think they can score about 17 points on a good day. That's a great day for us. I don't think that defense needs you to score 30 points. I think the way that Baltimore plays, as I told Sim earlier, if you remember that game, we played them the best so far this year.
We did.
Besides the Browns, who beat them. And you can't count early in the season because that was the beginning of the season, and teams change. From 1 to 4 to 4 to 8, teams change. So you can't count that. Bringing up Charlie Batch back in the past, that's a bad analogy because that defense had Troy Polamalu on it, who's going to the Hall of Fame next year, and you can't call that. It was a different team. So I guess you can use history as your guide, but history tells you in this situation that whoever plays the best against the Ravens and Steelers will win the game. That's what it comes down to. Whoever plays the best. Their rivalry is simple to me. Whoever plays the best. They both play similar styles, and they both are great franchises. The Ravens are the up-and-coming franchise, and they don't fear us, and we don't fear them. And Lamar Jackson is a monster, but you have to have the pieces to be able to corral somebody like that, and I think we do. And also, you can factor in that Minka wasn't there. So,
neither was Marcus Peters.
Neither was Marcus. Yeah, exactly. Neither was Marcus Peters. So, you know what I mean? So, teams change from 1 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 12. It's just the reality of the situation. Both teams made moves to improve the squad. Think about that. So, I don't have that negative thought on the Ravens. So, on us playing the Ravens. I understand Sim's point because I have that point sometimes when I see, when we play New England, that's how I feel. I feel like that. Before the game, 2 weeks out, I'm like, man, we about to get smacked. Man, Keith Butler going to get exposed. That's what I think before the game. You know what I mean? It's just that's how I think about it. So, I'm just trying to be positive. I have to be positive because Sim and Tony are not positive about their game. So I have to be. One of us has to be the positive person. So I'm taking positive this week.
But Charlie Batch was a 10-year starter already in Detroit.
Exactly.
I'm just trying to use logic,
also.
Man. That's all. That's all I try to do, man. And again, it's just fun and games. Again, nobody's right or wrong. That's why I asked the question because I was like, I want to know from your heart, how many points do you think the Ravens will average this year? And they probably won't get 30 on us. We played them tight. But it's hard for me to believe that anybody at this moment thinks the Steelers can average 21, 24 points on offense. Maybe after we see Duck play a couple games, but at tonight, I can't say that. And that's why I'm saying I don't see us beating them. Right. That's all. And it ain't no guarantee that we're going to have a turnover fest like we had with some of those teams.
Right.
So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And,
all right, that's a great point.
Can I ask a quick question? Look at how we had a rookie quarterback that we played against. Now, the question I want to ask is our defense played very well, but, it was a rookie quarterback there that was just swinging the ball all over the place sometimes in that game. Our defense looked good sometimes, but it was times when, he was able to throw the ball to some wide open wide receivers sometimes too.
Yeah.
So this is me. I don't know. We just talk about the defense, And but go ahead.
like my man on the 5 Heartbeat said, we shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see. But all right, man. Let's take one more call, I believe, here. I believe this is Rough House. So Tony, I'll let you reply to his comments, but area code 931, what you got for us tonight, man?
Man, what it do? We are back. You know what I'm saying?
My man.
Contacting you live from a planet called Clarksville, Tennessee, man. I am your boy, Rough House. from Rough House Boxing, man. What's going on with you, Sim, and the rest of y'all?
We good, man. We
Hey,
just,
what up,
just
brother?
maintaining, brother.
Man, that's what's up, man. Hey, you know what, man? My original point was going to be about the O-line, but Kenyon and Tony, they covered that for the most part, man. But I do have one thing to add with that, man. Let's just imagine that Ben was still healthy and the O-line was playing, the way they're playing. Do you think that Ben would let that continue, or would he charge them boys up and have them get a half a pound of get right and a gallon of tighten up? Because I think Ben would be all in their butts right now. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get them straight. And the other thing I wanted to say, people out there talking about Duck, the savior, my man 334. Duck is the savior. Hey, as a fellow member of Steelers Nation, it is my duty to tell you, put the baby down and back away off the windowsill. Don't jump out that window. Please don't jump out that window, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because the ass will kill you. If that boy ever comes back to earth, hey, you're going to be gravely disappointed. Super disappointed. Hey, and last point I want to make, man, is for everybody out there, man, that seems to be overlooking the facts, man, y'all please keep this in mind. With the exception of the Vance McDonald and the majority of the O-line, our offense is a practice squad. Completely. Our offense is a practice squad. You look at who we started the season out with and then who we running out there right now. Our offense, as far as skill position goes, is a practice squad. So y'all might want to taper y'all's expectations. Hey, my man a few calls ago was talking about, hey, yeah, man, we the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. We gonna beat the Baltimore Ravens, man. Hey, unless Dan Rooney got on the phone and contacted the Avengers to come in and take over for different members of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hey, you know what? I got you, bro. Captain Reality is here to set you straight. Right now, we ain't touching them boys. And I can't stand the Ravens. But them boys, hey, they on 10 right now, man.
Yeah,
but
they
hey, real talk, they balling, man. Hey, but check it out, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the homie Sim. You know what I'm saying, man? If you're not subscribed to Sim, you're slipping on your pimping. Slap yourself with both hands. You know what I'm saying? And y'all already know what it is. I am that boy Box. This is Rough House Boxing TV. And y'all make sure y'all stop by the house. Just remember to wipe your feet and close the door behind you. And I'm out. Peace.
Man. Dropping that knowledge
That's
on
my
man.
man there, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man. You got it. Sometimes you got to clap it up, man. You need a round of applause for that one.
Yeah, let's throw a round of applause out there. Oh, man.
Hey, man. We can't even call him. I mean, you can't even. Everything he was saying was right on point.
I will say
He
this.
was right on
What
point.
he said about Ben. What he said about Ben, I'll say this. I will say this. It wouldn't be the same issue because Ben gets the ball out quicker.
Yeah.
Right.
So you wouldn't have the breakdowns unless Ben just held onto the ball a little bit when Ben does his – he doesn't do as much as he did when he was young, but try to hold onto the ball and fight off defenders. So he wouldn't have the same – you wouldn't have the same issues. And plus, Ben is more – he gets the ball out quicker and he knows where he's going. And Ben can progress. He can progress. It's a bad comparison because Mason's progression skills aren't on Ben's level. Duck's progression skills aren't on Ben's level. And Ben is an elite quarterback. He's a past his prime elite. He's past his prime. So it's kind of like, but you can't compare it because Ben would get it out in like two. Ben has been getting the ball out quicker than anybody else in the league for the last 2 years. And actually, if you want to give praise to somebody, that's who started them doing that? Haley. If you want to give praise, Haley got Ben doing that because Ben wanted to hold on to the ball, fight off Ray Lewis, fight off anybody that was big, that wanted to sack him, and just throw and chuck it and make plays like that. He still does it, but he picks his spot. He picks his spot. So I would just say that you can't. Ben would get it out quicker. So.
That would have been a touchdown to Tevin Jones. That's a touchdown all day.
Thank you. Exactly.
Thank you.
That's right. Thank you.
I mean, because the thing about it, man, Rudolph was looking at it. That's what made it even worse, folks. Yes, you could say, okay, Tevin won his matchup. The ball got to come out. Maybe he didn't see him. No. He's watching him the entire time. And it just seems like Rudolph needs guys to be completely open before he turns the ball over. Before he lets it go. And that right there is a quick pivot outside, back inside. That ball got to be on him. You on the goal line, man. And then on top of that, he threw it behind Tevin Jones. Come on, we've seen Roethlisberger do that a million times, man.
Yep.
A million times. But all right, guys, we're going to take one more call here. Go ahead, Tony.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, when you look at it, our team we do have a lot of injuries. Practice squad. A lot of practice squatters in our team.
That's right, man. But hey, they coming around, man. And these young fellas looking good, man.
Yeah.
And somebody said Kenyon need to call that boy Bud.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Right, y'all ready? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give him his props. 48 was balling.
Yeah. Listen, man. 48 he gonna be back with us. I just got a feeling, man. Somehow, some way, the boy's playing ball, man. Yeah. But all right, guys, last call of the night, and please keep it quick. Area code 330. Don't get muted. What you got for us?
Hey, this is Victory Asher from the ATL by way of Youngstown, Ohio. Hey, thanks for picking up my call just real quick.
Yes, sir.
We may have stumbled upon a hidden gem in Garrett White. He's the X factor.
Yeah.
If I was the Steelers, I would play him just like they used to play Le'Veon Bell. Put him in the backfield, play him at receiver if he has decent hands, run the playoff action with him. He's a fast player. He ran a 4.36 in his FAU Pro Day. And I would even put him in the same backfield, put both him and Snell in the same backfield. Because you can automatically have like mismatches in that instance. So I think he would be an X factor, going forward if they play him right. So that's all I got, and thanks a lot.
Definitely, man. Appreciate the call, and I don't think you've called before, Victory Asher. So I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the first timers. I saw your name in the chat, and I wasn't sure I recognized it. So if you are a first time caller, definitely appreciate that. And listen, man, and we'll end the show with this. We'll give our quick thoughts on him and Kane. And then I guess we can wrap up from there because we working with almost 2 hours here tonight, guys. I fully agree. Definitely want to, at least agree with Kenyon as well. We probably won't see him as much as some would like. Obviously, he's still new. Like Tomlin likes to say, just getting his, putting his hand in the pile, if you will. But listen, if you can find a way to get him on the field, I just think that speed element can be a distraction, a decoy. And as I showed you in the film, he can make some things happen in open field. So take your time with him, but I definitely want to get him on the field. I'd rather see him get a chance more so than Jalen Samuels if we're just talking about pure runner. But, if I'm going to say that about him, I still got to temper my expectations the same way I am with Duck and Mason. It's still early. He had a couple plays in the game, but let's just see what type of back he is. As far as Deon Cain, just to comment on him real quick, man, he won me over just by seeing how he attacked the ball. I don't know what type of pure receiver he is. All I do know, though, is outside of James Washington and, of course, Juju, that's another guy, and neither one of those guys are that big. Juju's, decent size, but Washington isn't. But my point is, nobody else on the roster right now has that type of height and speed and attacks the ball. Johnny Holton seems to be just a speedster. I like what I saw in Kane. And again, it was just one catch. But those are catches that a lot of people hadn't been making. I like to see what those two young dudes can do, man. So hopefully we can keep them in the fold, and they'll probably be pretty cheap. We can bring them back. So yeah, just to wrap everything up, man, I'll throw it to you first, Kenyon, then Tony, you come in. What are you guys' thoughts, man, on Garrett White as well as Deon Cain, as far as what we've seen from them so far?
I like what I saw from Garrett White. If he keeps progressing, he'll get more carries. I mean, it takes carries away from Jalen Samuels, but
Yeah.
Right now the way Jalen's kind of been playing, I kind of, I'm on that ship, with Karif. But, everybody plays good their first game most of the time. They get fresh new team. I want to see how he plays as he progresses. I want to see that. So that's my thoughts on that. As far as Deion Kane, I think the Steelers will keep him and try to see what they got out of him. But as I said, and I'm not saying no names right now, this will happen. I'll talk about this in February. But these two people on the phone know exactly what I'm talking about. There's somebody else that I would like to have on the Steelers that's better than Deion Kane.
Oh, man.
Better than Johnny Holton. That's better than most of those receivers. And Sim knows it. Tony knows it because I constantly will give them. You guys can't know it now. You'd have to pay me for me to tell you who it is. But they know. And, if we can get him, let's just say we'll all be happy. And I'm going to leave it at that. But I'll talk about that guy in a future podcast. A future SteelTable when it's about the 2020 draft. I will address that then. So
I'm just imagining it.
Everybody,
just imagining it. That oof. Just
with
the three guys we had.
Be there for us.
If you take all the other guys off it, just imagine him being in the fold with Juju, James Washington, and the route guy. Because we haven't talked much about him, but Deontay Johnson and his route running.
Yep.
Woo, dog.
Yes.
And add this boy into the mix. Okay. With Big Ben, we going to give you 2 years of 4 fairly decent receivers? Yeah, okay.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I don't even like to try to think like that, but, as Sims pointed out, and, when I first brought it up to these guys, because it can look like a certain school bias, but it really wasn't. It was just kind of like just watching the game and just going through the criteria, which actually Sim pointed out years ago. What is the criteria that the Steelers look for? And then when I started to map it out, I said, man, he covers every base. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what they want. You know what I mean? And so, and I'm not expecting them to scout him, but, he'll be at the Senior Bowl. I'll just leave it at that.
What you think, Tony, real quick, man? Yeah. Karif White Jr. and Deion Kane, what you think about those boys?
It's just like what Kenyon said. Karif White, we'll see. We see that Jaden Samuels is just not, he's doing okay, but, he's, he is what he is. He's just the guy, and Deion Kane is like what you said, you just love the fact that you have a wide receiver that's going to attack the ball. And that's what you want. You want to see someone to just go up and get it. You know what I mean? Snatch it. Those are the type of things that you want to see. Juju has those traits, and the guy that, us three on the phone is looking forward to on draft day. We want to see that guy snatching the ball down, So that's it for me.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. Kenyon kind of, put me on to him. I knew who he was, but I really wasn't paying much attention. I don't want to say why I wasn't paying attention because we might give it away. And Kenyon knows, let's just say you don't see him often. At least I don't.
Right.
But when I started watching, I was like, oh my goodness. And like Kenyon said, he checks all of the boxes. And I saw some of the people in the chat. We'll give you a hint. No, it's not Judy. That's not who we talking about. So
it's not Judy. It's not Colin Johnson.
It's not Ruggs. So
it's not Ruggs.
Yeah, it would definitely be nice, and it's funny because I've been telling Kenyon I'm afraid that somebody else is going to recognize this. I'm afraid what's going to happen is, and this might be a bad comparison, but I think everybody will understand it. This guy could be my Patrick Mahomes. And what I mean by that, everybody kept saying that
Patrick Mahomes.
Everyone was saying Mahomes, he's projected to be a third rounder. I started looking at him, and I was like, yo, this dude's arm talent, oh my goodness. So I'm sitting there thinking, third round, Steelers, maybe we take a chance. We bring him in for a visit. I'm like, hey, we got a real opportunity, because then it was him and Dobbs and a couple other people.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Then all of a sudden, Big Andy Reid said, no. No. We taking him right now. And my dreams was crushed. And that's what I kind of feel. I hope that don't happen with this guy. I hope there's not somebody else that has broke him down the same way Kenyon has, and they think he's a first-round talent. Because then we won't have a chance at him, man. So, and here's another thing that makes me feel like we could go this direction. Our defense is here, man. You know, I don't know if we go second-round defense unless it's somebody that you can't pass. So I think we definitely going to go offensively. And wide receiver and tight end is probably tops of the list. Running back, probably third round, third, fourth. But it could be this guy, man. We could be looking at that position. So we'll see. We shall see.
And what Sim said, which is so great, is that it's just like when Sim turns me on to somebody and I have to go and really watch him, and he sends me like film and stuff. You know, we know we're amateur at this, but we send each other film and we just watch people. But I would just tell you guys in the chat, because Debbie asked me would he be available, you know, when we pick. Per Sim's concerns, he's not ranked in a lot of draft boards as a top 10 receiver, but he is up for a couple of awards. He's up for the best award you can get as a wide receiver in college. I'll say that. And he's somebody that he didn't start as a freshman. He's a guy, he's kind of like Juju in a lot of ways. So, but they have similar traits. And like Sim said, he checks all the boxes. And I'm saying he checks the boxes better than Juju. And I told Sim about Juju.
Sure did.
Before Juju came out. So,
Sure did.
I'm telling you that this kid, if you watch film on him, and Sim saw him play, and I send Sim and Tony stuff all the time. If you watch him play, it's everything that Mike Tomlin talks about that somebody should be doing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Whatever you want to think about. Combat catches, blocking, toughness, anything you want to talk about. Anything as far as team guy, he's a straight teams guy. And I'll give you this, and maybe y'all can find it. He has an NFL lineage. So that's about as far as I can tell you. He has an NFL lineage. His father played the league. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
His father won a Super Bowl. I take that back.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it would be great.
Yeah.
So guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Probably what I'll do is put a link to this particular stream in the first one. But you guys who weren't here for that, the stream stopped working about an hour and 13 minutes in. We picked up the second stream, so you know, if you were here for all of the film study and all of that, that's why I kind of changed the title a little bit, just so you don't get confused. Go check out that one, and then, you know, obviously you'll be able to tell at the end of that stream that it cut off. But I'll probably put a link or something in that one just to say, hey, stream cut off at about an hour 13. If you want to check out part 2, head over here or what have you. But we appreciate the support tonight, guys. I always like when we do the round table, man, you know, when we have something to talk about. So I think it worked out pretty good tonight, and we got some phone calls in. So before we wrap up, just remember, if you haven't already, if you like what you saw tonight, if you're a first-time viewer, I would love for you to subscribe, be a part of the home team. We'd be happy to have you. Once you are subscribed, and for you current subscribers, make sure you cut on your notifications so you know when the streams are live. And then also, hit the like button. Doesn't cost you anything to hit the like button, but it definitely helps on my end. And if you would like to donate to the cause, you can do so right here through YouTube, through Super Chat. Click the $ in the bottom of the chat window. Or if you prefer Cash App or PayPal, that information is in the description. But outside of that, for myself, Tony, and Kenyon, we had a great time tonight, man. And I'm going to try to get back to you guys. You know, it's a tricky weekend. I'm going to try to get back to you guys with a pregame show. We'll see. But, hey, man, maybe Duck gets it done. Maybe he doesn't. Let's just sit back and watch this team be what they can be. And if we get there, we get there. But don't have no expectations like we just going to run the table. We going to end up 11-5 or 10-6. Don't hurt yourself like that, man. There's no guarantee. So, all right, man. Any last words from you fellas before we lock it down?
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. Enjoy your families. Eat some good food. Watch games on Thursday. Try not to fight at Thanksgiving. And just have fun, and let's go. We gotta take it. We gotta take it one game at a time. So let's take it one game at a time. Let's just handle Cleveland, and take it from there. And I'm not looking past Cleveland. Cleveland first.
That's right.
That's right. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. Like you couldn't have said it better. Take one game at a time. We have to get through Cleveland, and then the rest is what it is. And I'm not going to get away from. I don't want no one to choke on the turkey when I tell them this. I still think it might be 7-9, 6-10. But yeah, that's all.
Yeah, man. How could I forget, man? Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Like Kenyon said, man, nothing more important than that. Enjoy your family. And watch some football, man. I know some people was mad at me for, making the show a little shorter. But I like football, man. And that ended up being a good game. Cowboys almost got it done. So enjoy some football. Enjoy your family. Eat good. Don't eat too much. And burn it off the next day. All right, guys. Catch y'all later. God bless. Good night. And thanks for tuning in to Terrible Towel Tuesday. Catch y'all later. Peace.